I've covered some really terrible films over the years on this show, but today's is in the running for the title of the best of the worst. It's almost as amazingly bad as Things. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Fred Olen Ray's disasterpiece, Scalps. Released in 1983, this one is a real cinematic endurance test. It's only 82 minutes long, but feels more like 82 decades thanks to all the padding and nonsense. It features terrible performances, a nonsensical script, a blink and you'll miss it cameo from Forrest J. Ackerman, and was shot on a ranch now owned by Alice Cooper. In Fred Olen Ray's defense, a distributor recut his version of the film prior to release, so at least some of the blame has to go to them. But I don't really believe there's a version of Scalps out there that isn't terrible. Just maybe less terrible. But hey, I still love Fred Olen Ray, even though I curse his name every time I see this thing. But enough about that. Can Scalps kill enough hapless humans to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons John S. Savage, Axton Eston, and Yellow Jack Boots. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. We fade in on some credits. American Panther Productions. USA! USA! A Fred Olen Ray film. Well, I think we all know that means we're about to see some quality filmmaking. We last saw Fred on the show when I covered Hollywood Chainsaw Escorts. Damn you, PruTube, for not letting me say the H word. So, fun fact, when people tell Fred they like this movie, he always assumes they're lying because he thinks it's terrible. Oh yeah, this guy's gonna need some Skyrizi for sure. That skin condition is not going away on its own. I think we've all woken up to a face like this after a night of heavy drinking at the bar. Oh god, is this one of those cartel videos? Probably can't show that decapitation, especially not this early in a video. Man, I've seen granola cereal less grainy than this. Sweet. I'm totally down for Fred Olen Ray's version of The Lion King. I am Mufasa. So rest in peace, James Earl Jones. So apparently all but one of the shots of the Lionhead guy were just test shots and weren't supposed to wind up in the finished film. But a distributor tinkered with Fred Olen Ray's final cut and basically messed up everything. And no, I don't know which Lionhead scene was actually supposed to be in the finished film. Looks like the cameraman just hitched a ride to the filming location. Whoever this dude is, he's drinking and driving. Matt is not gonna like this one bit. No one will be seated during Scalps' exciting driving to nowhere sequence. Mufasa's like, sweet, my DoorDash order is almost here. A young Mick Taylor surveys the outback in search of new victims. God, look at this mask. No wonder Fred Olen Ray didn't want it in the movie. Also, it's always a good sign when you're 3 minutes into the movie and have no clue what in the hell is actually going on. Oh yeah, this guy's definitely seen Troy McClure's Dig Your Own Grave and Save. And he's found this cave. You know what they say about exploring caves. It can be a minor thrill. Sweet, fossilized bat guano. Yeah, I got nothing. This is gonna be a long 82 minutes, folks. Why are you stabbing yourself, huh? Coroner's just gonna put shaving accident as the cause of death and call it good. Hey, this thing is barely 80 minutes. We're gonna need to pad the runtime with multiple angles of this corpse. What the hell is that? Most abstract title card in show history. Starring Kirk Allen. He was Superman way back in 1948. Pretty sure this was Joanne Robinson's debut. Amazing she ever worked again. Richard Hench. Would have been cooler if that was Richard Lynch, and this was Roger's only credit. Barbara Magnusson? Is she related to famous Icelandic powerlifter and strongman Magnus Ver Magnusson? Oh yeah, this was her only credit too. I'm sensing a trend here. Scalps killed a lot of careers. Frank McDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. What? No one ever says Old MacDonald's first name, unless it's actually old. Man, that's a deep thought. Carol here has 1 credit on her resume. Hey, Uncle Forey! We last heard his voice in Equinox. I'm not really sure Carol Borland deserves a special guest appearance credit, but she was in Browning's Mark of the Vampire, so she's way more famous than anyone else in this thing by default. John R. Barr. Does the R stand for Roseanne? Pretty sneaky. 3 guys to come up with this story? Are you shitting me? So apparently, Fred's brother John came up with the idea for Scalps after he dreamt it on a bus while riding home from work. So far, that checks out. The eel. Yeah, sure. Let's roll with that. And black screen. We gotta pad this shit somehow. Dr. Livingston, I presume? Yeah, that, or maybe Hunter S. Thompson. Poor Kirk. From Superman to this. I love this. She's not even in the same state as Kirk, let alone the same set. Damn it, I forgot to file these TPS reports. And here's Forrest J. Ackerman. Probably just here to do an interview for Famous Monsters of Filmland. I mean, look at that shit. He's holding one of his own books. Talk about marketing and product placement. I love that this dude dresses like he's going on safari just to head to the university cafeteria.
Oh, pardon me, miss. Is this the way to the elephant's graveyard?
Sit down.
Look at this lady. Her face all but screams, God, not this asshole again. And since this movie wasn't exciting enough already, let's liven things up with some highlights from the California law books.
This is a letter from the State Department of California, and it says, it is now and has always been illegal practice to dig or otherwise excavate it anyway, any and all Indian graveyards in the state of California.
Maybe she can get us really turned on by reading exhaust emission guidelines next. But hey, she's not done with the rules.
And I also have a notation that it is illegal to buy any Indian artifacts.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. This movie might break me. Hey, is that the Smiths Grove Sanitarium station wagon Michael stole in the original Halloween? I wonder if the Raisin Bran people paid for a product placement. They asked for a refund if they did. Oh good, here comes another entirely too old college student. Maybe this is one of those continuing adult education programs. Hey, is that Napoleon Dynamite's dad on the left? Ligers are pretty much my favorite animal. And the doc is here. Everyone get their malaria shots? This is a dangerous expedition we're about to embark on. And it looks like they're going over the script pages too. Hey, these are all blank. And I guess Kirk's like, Fred could only afford me for like 5 scenes, so you guys go ahead without me. And now we're on the move, so maybe something will happen. Oh God, she's just like a dog. Head out the window, tongue flapping in the breeze, and more driving. I guess we're just gonna film this in real time. I mean, we gotta pad that runtime somehow. Oh, hey, maybe this is an abridged version. Almost as much pointless driving here as Rock and Roll Nightmare. Anyway, it looks like things are getting hot.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. I meant the car.
Oh, Jesus!
What is it?
The car. It's overheating. Better pull over before the radiator blows.
Thrill as they pull off the road. Props on using the turn signal. Looks like they might have a Claudio Fragasso under the hood. Napoleon's like, my Uncle Rico could throw a football over those mountains, And now it's time for another great moment in horror film acting.
You know something, honey? You are weird.
It's really amazing the Academy snubbed this performance. I wonder if chickens have large talons. Jesus, the picture quality of this Blu-ray is softer than Drake. Oh, good. More driving. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. Please, God, stop at the liquor store. It's the only way I'm going to make it another 70 minutes. Holy shit, they have an S&H green stamp sign in the window. Do you kids even remember S&H green stamps? Christ, I'm old. Oh boy, it's Mr. Goodwrench. That's like back-to-back Christ, I'm olds. Hey lady, I'd like to take a peek under your hood. And he's gonna get his wish. Sort of. And he's chatting up DJ. You know what they say about mechanics? We have bigger tools. Hey, are they heading over to Drayton Sawyer's barbecue? I mean, sure, let's just stop for lunch. We've earned it with all the exciting plot development we've had so far. Someone's got bitter beer face. You kids even remember those old beer commercials? You know the drill. It's like Amazon Basics, Edward James Olmos cosplaying a Native American. Focus movie. And now it's time for another great moment in horror film acting.
Don't be silly. Dr. Mackin would never fall for such an obvious trick.
Nice. You almost emoted and sounded vaguely like a human. And this chick's not about to be upstaged.
Dumb, Randall. Really dumb.
Yeah, just 2 master thespians at the top of their game. Well, I was so great in that last scene, I totally deserve some pickled eggs. Random monster insert. When are we gonna see this guy do some killing? Live look at me trying to find the will to live and continue this video. Anyway, Napoleon's like, damn, they don't have any quesadillas. But before they can head out, this dude's gonna shoot his shot. Say, why don't you come by my teepee later and take a hit on the old peace pipe? DJ, why are you so darn slow? gosh. So I'm looking ahead in the script, and can you believe this shit? Nothing happens. And sure, let's just hold this shot for a while and see if he finds anything interesting under his nails. And it's no less interesting than the rest of this movie so far. Oh, hell yeah, just what I needed. More driving. Looks like Michael Myers got lost on the way back to Haddonfield. All I can say is all this riding around is driving me crazy. Hey, pipe down back there. I'll turn this car around and we'll spend the second half of this movie driving home. And let's check the script. Damn, still nothing happening for pages. Oh wow, someone was a big Creedence fan. Even got CCR on the license plate. And Sky Rizzy Guy is back. It'd be nice if he'd join us in the main movie at some point. Still driving. And I feel like I should kick in for gas at this point. We need to get back before the polls close so I can vote for Pedro.
I think I'm about to have a spell of the vapors.
Oh man, someone already beat us to the middle of nowhere. If you forgot, and I could totally understand if you did, that's the truck of the old guy who got killed in the beginning of the movie, which feels like 26 years ago. Man, it's really hot out here, but it's a dry heat. Oh my god, are we still driving? Come on, movie. Maybe they'll run into James Brolin in the car out here. Well, alright, we're here. Who's ready to drive back? Alright, I'm gonna go catch you all a delicious bass. Shit, we forgot the beer. We gotta go back. Then they see a bird.
It's not a buzzard, it's an eagle.
Are you sure it's not a liger? Anyway, now DJ's gonna fondle some wood.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean these sticks she brought. Bitter beer face. Man, I sure hope all this shit is gonna make sense at some point, but I'll be honest, I'm not holding my breath. Hey, have you ever heard about the legend of Jason Voorhees? Wait, wrong movie. Then Napoleon shows up. Hey guys, gonna head out and practice my Rex Kwon Do. And from night to blue filter mid-afternoon. Say it with me, kids. Continuity is hard. Oh, and the Indian is wearing some sensible dad jeans. Nice. Hey, I heard you were out here hunting wolverines. How much you want to bet I can throw a football over those mountains? And I see you're drinking 1%. Is that because you think you're fat? Because you're not. My god, is anything ever going to happen in this movie? Now we're just walking. Frodo and the hobbits march for Mount Doom. Yeah, we need more coverage of these guys walking. Let's get it from another angle. Damn you, Fred Olen Ray. And weird music cue for no reason whatsoever. You're not fooling me, movie. I know nothing is happening. Ah, this is tremendous. Yeah, a little vitamin D should clear my leprosy right up. And it looks like this dude is staking a claim. Literally. Meanwhile, Napoleon's working the shovel. I don't even have any good skills. You know, like nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills, computer hacking skills. And now DJ's freaking out.
Stop digging before it's too late!
What the hell did she think they were coming out here to do? Anyway, it looks like someone got their rocks off.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean these actual rocks that they got out of the dirt. Oh yeah, time to get stoned.
Hell yeah.
So, Napoleon, I reckon you know a lot about cyberspace. You ever come across anything like time travel? And in another random scene, Napoleon makes his move for Deb. Wait, this is supposed to be night? I'd say that this movie has stopped trying, but that would imply that it actually tried at some point. I think he's gonna tell her he's rock hard. Oh no, back at camp, they've summoned Bitter Beer Face. No, really, this is supposed to be night. And slow motion. Fancy. Also, another great way to pad the runtime. The hills are alive with the sound of music. God, I wish I was watching The Sound of Music right now, and I hate The Sound of Music. Lion-O is back. Thundercats. Oh man, he vanished. I really gotta lay off the peyote. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's no Clyde Stubblefield. Man, that's a deep cut for you hip-hop / James Brown fans. Blood in my bowl. This is the worst day of my life. And it looks like someone pitched a tent.
Hell yeah.
No, I meant this actual tent. But they are hugging, so maybe it is dirty. Is this chick Canadian?
Oh man, I'm really sorry.
I mean, what is she talking about? Everyone shut up. The fire is talking to me. Oh yeah, it just dawned on me. This dude is totally off-cycle 80s Dave Bautista. Napoleon and Deb get ready for the 100-yard dash at field day. Runners, take your mark. He's got a flannel shirt here. And a polo here. God damn you, Fred Olen Ray. Ah, it's a teepee for your bunghole. And back to flannel. And now it's pitch black. Hey, exploding head! And that is why you should never fart near an open flame. Of course, now he's got an attitude.
I think you bored them all enough with your stupid ghost stories. Why don't you just shut up?
I'm not gonna lie. These stories are boring, but it's better than the half hour of driving earlier. And it's nice to see the movie has even put the cast to sleep. I'm just gonna take a nap. We've had an exhausting day of nothing happening. The next day, they find themselves in a prickly situation. Back at camp that night, Randy is still acting weird. Oh, my precious. Napoleon's like, gosh, what an idiot. What the hell happened to the film quality? Did they shoot this on a camcorder? And this must be some new mating ritual, where they give each other pimp hands. And look out, because now he's mutating. And let's just roll with that. I mean, at least something is happening. Oh yeah, time for some scalping. God, this movie is terrible, even by my standards. Here's the slowest chase since OJ and the Bronco. Oh yeah, it's also daytime again, too. Hey, wait, dad jeans, no shirt. Is Randy the Sky Rizzy Indian? Gotta be honest, I don't even care at this point. He gives her a throat slash and scalping that I totally can't show, but for as shitty as this movie is, it's a pretty great effect. Back at camp, this chick sums up my thoughts on the movie.
It sucks.
Oh yeah, no argument there, sister. Anyway, I think Randy has actually gotten better at acting at least.
Louise needs help. Out by the big rocks, where we were the other night.
Did she fall?
Yes, she fell.
Oh yeah, just reading the lines right off the cue card. Anyway, they head off to save her, but he stays behind. Suckers. Now all the beer is mine. And daytime. The continuity director just quit in a rage at this point. But they do find Louise, who's clearly flipped her wig. You know, because she was scalped. And night again. Yeah, this sums up my reaction to Scalp so far.
Jesus Christ.
And now DJ has the cursed Indian medallion. I'm sure that's fine. But they can't flee in the car, thank God, because he messed with that too. Looks like we're stuck here until the end. Yay. Hill establishing shot. Dang, Louise is a lot heavier than she looks. Maybe she did need the 1% milk after all. It's okay, I'll be your new bestie. Pedro offers us his protection. Anyway, this guy's going off on his own like it's an I'll Be Sure song. Probably gonna run into Papa Jupe and the rest of the mutants from the Hills Have Eyes. Now that he's gone, let me show you this picture I drew of you. I spent like 3 hours shading the upper lip. It's probably the best drawing I've ever done.
Something horrid is going to happen.
You mean more horrid than watching Scalps? Run, Forrest! Aw, you gotta be truckin' kidding me. Stop, you're gonna flood it. Turns out the truck is a dead end for him. Literally. By God, Zombie Wahoo McDaniels just hit him with a foreign object. Chef's kiss on the JR this week, baby. And I'm gonna tell Sterling this was Bone Tomahawk. And we're close to the end, but let's stop to cram in one more great moment in horror film acting.
I can't take this. I've got to know if he's okay.
Oh yeah, eat your heart out, Meryl Streep. Don't mind us, we just stopped by craft services. Blue filter, mid-afternoon, sleepwalking. Oh, hi there. Unlike this guy, I didn't stick with archery because there were just too many drawbacks. And her adventuring days are over. She took an arrow to the back. Yeah, she's about as good at dodging archers as Rickon Stark. Oh, there it is. Arrow to the knee, baby. See, I just jumped the gun earlier. And now it's night. Because of course it is. Look out, Napoleon! He's coming for your tots! Yes, he's gonna have to bust out all those illegal ninja moves from the government. Like this one. Thank God I took that introductory Rex Kwon Do class. You think anyone wants a tomahawk to the dome while I'm wearing these bad boys? So, when does the lion mask guy come back? Dang. Wait, how is this guy back? And headshot. Hey, we killed Randy! But you know there's a swerve coming, right? And there it is. Just insert another Brandon Tennell decapitation here. God, for a place in the middle of nowhere, there sure are a lot of random people out here. Great, it's Professor Mocken. I forgot he was in this movie. But he's not here for long. Here's an arrow in your eye. And now DJ is the killer, which we already knew. She looks sort of like the love child of Ozzy and the Great Kabuki. And title card again. just in case you dozed off and forgot you were watching Scalps. So, what have we learned from Scalps? Well, for starters, that Fred Olen Ray owes me like 12 hours of my life back because that's how much time I wasted writing this script. We also learned that you can call a movie Scalps, but barely scalp anyone in it. Amazingly, there were plans for a sequel to this one that never came to fruition. And what a shocker that is. I mean, I can't believe we were robbed of the opportunity to watch dinner theater actors drive around aimlessly for 45 minutes in a follow-up. We were robbed. But enough about that. Can Scalps kill enough college kids to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, Scalps is sort of middle of the road. We're treated to 2 throat slashings, tomahawk death, 1 shot to the head, a decapitation, and an arrow to the eye. The FX work is cheap and primitive like the rest of Scalps, but there's enough gore here to give this one a respectable 3 barf bag rating. That being said, this is a dull film to sit through for a few gore effects. Looking for another forgotten weird 80s slasher? Then be sure to check out my review of Night Screams. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.